If I don't wear a cardigan to the Capitol, am I really a teacher?
Maxwell, are you ready?
You could follow any teacher here.
Brushing? Okay, good.
And the story would be the same.
Maybe it will. I don't know. I'll call you. Maxwell, we gotta go, baby. It's another teacher leaving for school.
We get here early.
I have a free one. I love you. Go behind the car.
I said, don't be late.
The growing opposition to the Vietnam War.
We leave late.
Can you hold the door? All right.
Then we're gonna do some mean mug and then some smiley ones, okay? It is definitely not a cushiony job. I think the plan to walk out on April 2nd is a necessary, I don't want to call it a necessary evil.
Lyndsey Stuart is a teacher at Bartlesville High School, but still has to work 2 jobs to make ends meet. This year, she will make $34,929 teaching, a salary that hasn't increased since she started teaching 10 years ago.
My life as a teacher is not just a teacher. I have to work a second job, so I'm a teacher and a photographer. So my mornings start around 5 a.m. and then they end around 8 p.m. with picking up my daughter from gymnastics, and then 10 p.m. with all the editing that I have to do for photography. So in between then, I teach for 7 hours, and then I take my kids to their extracurricular activities, and then do my photo sessions, and then do my editing for my clients for photography. So my life as a teacher is very hectic.
The average high school teacher in Oklahoma makes $42,460, which ranks 50th in the nation. Many Oklahoma teachers work second and even third jobs.
It is humbling whenever there are students who can graduate here and start working at a convenience store for more money than what I make as a teacher. When I first started teaching, we had not a big budget, but a healthier budget.
Oklahoma legislators say they've kept education funding steady, but as the number of students in the state has increased, the budget per student has decreased. Many teachers are leaving Oklahoma to go to surrounding states, which, on average, pay better. Earlier this month, the teachers in Bartlesville announced that they would walk out of class on April 2nd if their demands for salary and education funding increases weren't met. Bartlesville teachers have been taking personal days every week to lobby legislators in Oklahoma City.
On Tuesday, I went with a group of colleagues to the Capitol to speak to our representatives and our one senator about what their solution was for the education funding crisis, and we didn't get a lot of answers.
Thank you for saying compromise, because I'm willing to hear that people are able to compromise.
Your constituents are wanting you to fix education, and they're not wanting you to do it through vouchers. They're not wanting you to reallocate funds. There's no more we can cut, Julie. I have to work 30 extra hours a week, another job, just to put food on the table for my children. And I don't want to hear that it's the Democrats' fault or the Republicans' fault. I just want to hear a solution. That's what we pay you to come here and do, is to figure this stuff out.
I really appreciate you
That's a
coming.
specific.
I had no idea there was going to be a delegation here. I should be back every Tuesday. Every Tuesday? Yeah, okay. You have a nice day.
So I was trying my hardest to not yell and trying really hard to figure out what was going on in Oklahoma City, why it's so slow, why are we having to suspend classes to get their attention. And unfortunately, I didn't get a whole lot of answers, so we'll go back. My students have reacted to the movement in a very positive way. Here at Bartlesville, we had a non-district sanctioned walkout. The students led it all on their own. We had nothing to do with it, and spoke about the need for higher pay for teachers and for themselves, for education in general. And the students are very engaged. My whole thing to them is every movement I've ever taught them in history. Women's suffrage, civil rights, the labor movement. People stood up because they knew what they were standing up for was right. I don't care which side of the political aisle you fall on, or if you fall smack dab in the middle. What I want to do is make sure that I am giving you the knowledge to empower your voice. We had a senator come to our school and told our children that a teacher walkout wasn't going to change anything. It wasn't going to matter to the legislators. And I beg to differ. When you have 50 to 80,000, maybe 100,000 teachers show up at the Capitol, it's going to change things. So I need to have my second job. doing photography because I have to make up the income that I'm missing out on being a professional. My daughter is very active in gymnastics and is an advanced gymnast. This is what her dream is, and so my job as her parent is to make sure that I do everything possible to nourish that dream. And I'm like every other teacher in the state, we're just trying to pay our bills. I don't think any teacher goes into the profession and thinks, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a millionaire. But we also don't think that we're gonna be that close to poverty. I wanna be proud that I'm a teacher, and I want my own children to be proud of me. So I will continue to fight because I know I'm worth more, and I know my students are worth more.